Hey, Peace of Christ, Pastor Josh with your Tuesday touch base. Just kind of three, just little things to talk about. One, didn't seem so little at the time, but in the grand scope of things, it is kind of little, and that's our a building getting hit by a car. You probably saw pictures, maybe you heard about it on Sunday, but a vehicle was in a wreck and did run into our room. And so our third grade class is kind of displaced out of their classroom. There's a few places in our building that are kind of off limits, but we are on those things. We are working on them. We have had an engineer in to look at the building. Kind of our biggest thing is before we repair it is when is it structurally sound to be able to let our kids be in those rooms. That's kind of what we want to do. We want to make sure and there's not more damage done to our building, but also that we can get the kids back in the building as soon as possible. And so we're kind of just waiting on that, waiting on kind of the simple temporary fix, and then we'll work with insurance and eventually get that figured out how that's going to happen. And so just kind of keep that in your prayers, our building, as we get that repaired. The other thing going on with our building is we've kind of got our first round of demo that's actually starting this Saturday. So there'll be nothing on the front of the platform that's really visible, but kind of around the outside, there's these white panels. So we're going to be pulling those down on Saturday. That's kind of taking down that acoustical treatment that really doesn't work anymore so that we can replace it with new acoustical treatment. That's kind of a part of our audio-visual lighting design. And so that's going to be coming up. And so we're excited to get rolling on our remodel that really kicks off this month and will kind of go for the next 3 months. But we're really excited that that's kind of happened. And then the last thing to bring to your attention, there's another exciting thing kind of on the school front is that we are in the process of going through accreditation. And so kind of for the last 6 months, our teachers and Mr. Robinson, David Robinson, our principal, has been working on getting all this information put together, kind of filling out a lot of forms and questionnaires and just kind of looking at evaluating our school. And kind of the exciting thing about it, it evaluates where our school is at, but it also kind of gives us some growth potentials kind of heading into the future. And so we're kind of excited this week in particular, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we have a team in. They're coming in from different schools kind of around the Denver metro area. So they're really going to be the ones that are going to evaluate us and kind of look at all of our stuff and then, give us feedback on how we did. And hopefully, we'll have that accreditation certificate, but and I believe we will. But really the cool thing about it is it'll give us some kind of clear growth areas, things that we can kind of work on during the next years as we work to make our school better. And just kind of from my standpoint on our school, kind of our two big challenges that we are facing is teaching staff and our facilities. And so those are kind of the two things just to keep in your prayers. If we had more teachers, if we had more facilities this year, we could have actually opened up 2 kindergarten classrooms and probably opened up, maybe double grades in a lot of classrooms. And so really as we look at our school and the demand for Christian education and the desire for people to be here at Peace with Christ, it is great days for Peace with Christ, but we want to continue to kind of pray for those staff positions, pray for the right facilities to allow us to kind of hopefully in the future, not just keep our school where it is, but really grow it to be able to reach more students and to be able to speak Jesus into more lives. And so kind of keep those things in your prayers as well as continue to pray for teachers. We need some teachers. We have some openings this year. And so if you know somebody that's looking for a teaching job next year, somebody that loves Jesus, loves kids, pass their name along to us. But really just, at the end of the day, keep praying because God's going to provide. He's going to give us the people that we need to further our mission and God's mission here in this place. So hopefully that's helpful, guys. There's your 3 things that I wanted to update you on. You guys have a great day. God bless.